Hi there, I'm Attila from GoblinFactory, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite piece of equipment in my budget streaming setup, the Rode NT USB mini condenser microphone. I think this is a great item for people on a tight budget, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people would agree that audio is your most important part in your streaming setup. That is why a first bigger update after having a decent PC or laptop to actually stream from should be a decent or good microphone. But don't worry, you don't have to spend $400 on a Blue Yeti Pro just to sound professional. Hear the reason from our local experts. The Rode NT USB Mini will set you back around $100, although I did manage to pick it up for cheaper on a sale last year. I chose this product after long and careful research, mainly focusing on price to performance ratio, and I can definitely say that I did not regret my decision. For this fairly budget-friendly price, you get the microphone with a built-in mount, a magnetic stand, a microphone stand adapter, a fairly short USB-C to USB-A cable, and the usual quick start guide. The build quality of the microphone is pretty good, with a metal and nylon body, also featuring a built-in pop filter. Yeah, it's got a nice weight to it. The mount rotates in 360 degrees, doesn't feel flimsy, and will keep the angle you set it up to. The magnetic stand has a pretty strong magnet in it, so you don't have to worry about pushing it over by accident. Cable length could be better though. On the front of the microphone, you'll see two small LED lights, the one on the right lighting up if it is receiving power and signal from your computer through the USB cable. The one on the left is the zero latency monitoring indicator, which you can turn on or off by pushing the volume dial, which also functions as a button. Sadly, it is not a dial for the input gain, it only controls the volume of the headphone monitoring. For that, you can connect any kind of headphones with a standard 3.5mm jack on the back of the microphone next to the USB-C port. The mount has a rubber cap used with the magnetic stand, but if you remove this piece of rubber, you can attach the mic to a different stand, a tripod, or a boom arm. If your boom arm has a smaller kind of threading, the Rode NT USB Mini comes with an adapter for that too. And I would suggest using it on a boom arm instead of the magnetic stand, and here's why. The microphone has a cardioid polar pattern, the standard 20Hz to 20kHz frequency range, and a nice 48kHz sample rate. This polar pattern means that it will pick up some sound from the sides and the back as well, although not as much as an omnidirectional device would. This is why putting it on your desk in front of you on the magnetic stand is not the greatest idea. It will pick up noise from your typing, your chair creaking, or you bumping the desk anyway. And if you're interested in how it actually sounds, well, you've been listening to it throughout this whole video. But here's a bit of a raw recording without any editing in post or any filters turned on that you could use in OBS, for example. So this is just the microphone plugged into my computer via the USB cable and recorded straight to my PC. No external sound card, no fancy filters or EQ. Now to sum it all up, I think the Rode NT USB Mini is a pretty good USB microphone, especially for the $100 price point. It's got all the essentials down, with great sound quality, decent choice of materials, and a much smaller size than some of its competitors. On the other hand, it lacks a few extras, like dedicated EQ software or a gain knob. But if you are trying to go with a tighter budget, this is definitely a good choice of microphone for you. Please like the video if it was in any way, shape or form useful to you, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Don't forget, stay awesome and stream smart.